Coming up in Born to be Wild, April takes charge of a herd of young fawns.
I just have so much love for them.
You guys let him have his first.
It's a critical time for a newborn hedgehog.
You know, they can go downhill fast.
And Warren the Weasel struggles to make friends.
I'm scared. It'll just take time.
Summer at the SSPCA's National Wildlife Rescue Centre means orphaned mammals. Lots of them.
It gets busy. It just like, it seems like the door never stops.
Already this season, the team have admitted badgers, foxes and squirrels. But as the days get longer and longer, the staff know that the numbers will get bigger and bigger. Because orphaned mammals need round-the-clock care and regular milk feeds, this means that the hours worked by centre staff will also increase. For mammal specialist April, life is about to become a lot busier.
I think sometimes my only relationship is with the animals. So our first Roe Deer fawn of the season came in last night. She was found in Glasgow. Her mum had been attacked by a dog, so mum's obviously just spooked and ran away, and she's just been left.
April's named the young fawn Petal.
When you first start hand reading, it is like a kind of maternal thing kicks in. Fawns can be pretty difficult. They need a lot of time spent with them. They have to kind of trust you and build up a bond. I love the fawns so much. It just kind of seems something that I was just allowed to do, and it just is such a big part of my life now. I couldn't imagine being at the centre and not doing it. Every year I'm like, never again, never again. That's too much stress. But I mean, you wouldn't change it.
They're very, very sensitive, and you've got to be very careful how you deal with them, because they need to be tame to be reared. They need to be wild to be released.
For April, this marks the beginning of a long process. In the wild, Roe Deer fawns are left alone for long periods while their mothers forage. This makes them very vulnerable to attack from dogs, and sometimes people pick them up, unaware their mothers are nearby. In recent years, these deer have moved closer and closer to the hearts of the big cities, so more and more are being admitted to the centre. April will now feed Petal 4 times a day before she can be weaned onto solid food.
Total zen time now. Just need to calm and just focus on getting this wee girl feeding.
The summer season is well underway. In the bird section, Head of Birds Lorraine has been busily caring for thousands of baby birds. But there's been a rather special new admission that requires her attention.
Around about lunchtime, an Osprey got brought in, actually by a Forestry Commission ranger. He was found in an adjacent field from where he had been ringed, lying on the ground, obviously in some distress. Luckily, because he's been monitored, he's been rescued quite quickly and brought to us.
This spectacular bird of prey is a protected species due to low breeding numbers and illegal killing. For a time it was even extinct in the UK. However, thanks to some considerable conservation efforts, there are now over 200 breeding pairs in Scotland alone. It's up to head vet Romaine Pitsey to look for any physical clues.
His legs are not strong at all. Can move them. Give him to you and I'll just have a quick look and I feel that his back is going to be hurt if both legs are affected.
Yeah.
His chest is in good condition, so he might have been in problem with the nest already. And then as soon as he's taken off and flown somewhere. But let's just pop him down on the floor quickly and see what he does with his legs, because I think he's not going to be standing at all, like they've said still.
The osprey would not normally spend so much time on the ground, so a small sheet of card is attached to its tail to prevent damage from dragging.
Okay. The only worry is if he's lost all the muscles over his thighs. It's probably not just happened a day or two ago. This may have been something that's gone wrong in the nest.
With the osprey's legs giving cause for concern, Romain decides to carry out an X-ray to see if internal damage could be the root of the problem.
The worry is if he's had a serious injury, he's actually broken the bones in his spine, or something else has gone wrong. Let's go. The surface of their feet is very different to other birds of prey. So if we look underneath, they've got these little spiky, really hard little protrusions on the toes, and that's because obviously fish are quite slippery, so they specialise in eating them.
Fish like brown and rainbow trout make up a significant part of an osprey's diet. Scotland's rich network of lochs and rivers is their natural larder. It's not just the Velcro-like gripping surface that make an osprey's feet special. They're also able to reverse one of the toes on each foot, so that the slippery fish is held in a tight grip. All in all, an osprey without effective feet will not be able to survive.
What I really don't want to see is actual broken bone there in that spinal region. Okay, let's take that one quickly and we'll go back in. Okay, let's just see this. So what we're really looking for is in this area of the spine, because you can actually see this little joint there and maybe one there, and that's where all the bending will occur. So I'm not seeing a catastrophe where there's actually physically broken bones. There's nothing else nasty. Yeah, that's quite good. His wings look fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. If he starts perching and he looks good after 5 days, then we can kick him out. If he's not doing by 5 days and he's still like this, the chances are minimum that he's going to be releasable. So we should have an answer really quickly. Yeah, you woke up and feel like you've been on a bender.
A shame.
Shame, poor thing. You hold your head up if we take this off, or you're going to be a bit pathetic. Come on.
Lorraine takes the osprey back to the bird room to work off his anaesthetically induced hangover. Ospreys are summer visitors to Scotland, arriving in March to breed. By September, most of the adults will be already en route back to their wintering grounds. Astonishingly, the chicks then have to accomplish the same thing, flying nearly 3,000 miles alone to spend the winter in African countries like Senegal and Gambia, before returning to Scotland again in the following spring. News has come in that a resident hedgehog has given birth in captivity. Unfortunately, it's not good news.
Hedgehogs, when they give birth, are very, very sensitive, very easily stressed. Any disturbance to them can cause them either to leave the youngsters or simply eat them. She's given birth, and yeah, I think she's eaten some of the youngsters, certainly killed them, and leaving us with just one, essentially a little orphan now.
Fortunately, there's one member of staff who has successfully reared a hoglet as young as this in the past. April's days are about to get even busier.
It's very rare that we get the opportunity to hand rear one that's literally just popped out of mum. April's done it, so she knows what it's going to be like. She knows what it's going to put her through.
Hello, wee one. Dinner is served.
The tiny baby has a new name, Piglet.
It's just quite nice seeing them from this stage when then their fur starts to get darker and then they open their eyes and you just see all the changes, like it kind of just happens so fast, and then before you know it you've just got like a wee mite running about that just all knows it's you.
They're relying on you to feed them and to do everything right to get them through. And like that, something just kicks in and you just do it. Doesn't matter how tired or how much you give up. At the end of the day, they're your responsibility and you just do it.
Piglet will need to be fed minuscule amounts at very regular intervals.
Depending on what he takes, it'll be every hour, every 2 hours. You know, little and often, then you're not kind of bagging up their tummy. It gives them a wee bit more time just to get used rather than a big load of milk in the belly. Hits their tummy and then, you know, they can't come back from it. Although he's lively just now, you know, they can go downhill fast. So just keep an eye on it every hour and see how it's getting on. It's just getting used to the milk.
April won't only be responsible for what goes into the hoglet. Just like Mum, she'll have to massage Piglet to ensure everything makes its way out the other end.
Good pee-pees. So, I mean, it's going to be sleepless nights. Put you in your bed. To get them through it is a lot of work. In total, if that wee guy gets through, you're talking about a good 5-6 weeks hand rearing between milk and then weaning. So yeah, it's a long time.
Between the fawns and Piglet, April's going to be working around the clock.
Just really hoping my boyfriend doesn't leave me.
It's been over a month since Petal, the first Roe Deer fawn, was admitted to the centre. But she's not the only young deer needing April's help. There's now a herd of other young fawns to feed.
There's 13 of them now, but there's 4 of them in a stable that are bottle fed, so I'm going to do their bottle first and then the other 2 guys outside that are taking milk.
Petal was the first fawn that came in. They're usually the most needed towards us. She's just not really wanting that much from us. She just wants her milk and then to run away with her pals, so hopefully she'll do that today.
Come on, sweetie. Petal. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Petal and the other fawns are being cared for in the centre's Phase 2 area. Here, access is strictly controlled to give the young fawns the chance to properly rewild.
Good girl. That's all done. Come on. You gonna stay for a bit? No? Okay, bye.
Despite all the long hours of hand feeding from April, Petal seems to be preferring the company of her own kind now. Something that hasn't gone unnoticed by April.
A wee bit sad for me, yeah. I mean, I'm really hurting inside. But it's fine.
But it's good news that Petal is becoming more wild, and there are still plenty of other young fawns that need April's helping hand.
Good morning.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. No stealing. That's you.
You guys let him have his first.
You're so cute. Sometimes it's just a lot, and each season I forget how much you actually have to put in to get them feeding. But I'm sure we'll get there.
The flightless osprey that came in with underdeveloped legs has been at the centre now for 3 weeks. The clock is ticking as the autumn migration is looming, and vet Liam has brought in Romaine to take a look. To get a better look at how a patient is doing, sometimes all you need is a mobile phone.
Okay, let's give him some peace, Liam. We'll go out. He still moves the legs okay when he's flying, but one foot is not as clenched. The right foot is slightly more open.
Despite making progress, it might not be enough to be released in time for the autumn migration. The centre may have a guest for the winter. With young birds fledging, this is the busiest time for ospreys, and Colin is on his way in with a new admission. And it's something of a surprise for Liam.
Well, there we go. Yeah. So isn't just walking in with an osprey? I didn't expect him in a box. So you can see. That side looks okay, just spot.
This osprey has been fitted with a satellite tag, which is part of a conservation effort to keep track of their movements.
So I'm not finding anything obvious looking at them.
Despite being a bit thin, it looks like the osprey just needs a bit of R&R out in the aviaries. During the orphan season, the pressure on the staff is intense. For April, it's not about to get any easier, as things have taken a turn for the worse with Piglet.
I just went to feed Piglet and he was just like really flat, just not kind of turning off his back, like you could just see he was uncomfy. And last night he was like really eager for milk and he just like suckled so hard on the syringe. When you go in and you see him and your stomach just turns like.
The staff that do the orphan rearing, in order to do it successfully, you have to get emotionally attached. You have to deeply care for that animal. You have to mother it.
Just something so small like that, you know, there's just not much time when something goes wrong. So just had a bit of a meltdown and just ran.
With such a young hoglet and so many potential problems, Romain must quickly ascertain the cause of Piglet's malaise.
You are seeing here some sort of bubble of gas and gas going into the intestines, and I think that's your problem. The intestines only have pain sensors for stretching. So if you ever have a cramp, why it's so painful is because there's something distending your gut, and so that's what's going on.
Come on, please.
Piglet effectively has what we know as colic, life-threatening to a hoglet this size. Romain recommends an over-the-counter treatment normally used for babies, in the hope it will break down the bubble in Piglet's stomach.
I mean, I've had him for a week and I've been feeding him every 2 hours and through the night on top of everything else, so you know, it's just already like I've put so much time in and you get attached to them like really easy and really fast. I just thought something happened to him, you know. When you take them on, like it's just like you're in control of their little life, so you know, when something happens to them it's just so difficult. But hopefully we've got this wee guy in enough time. Just I can't do any more for him, so.
Scotland is basking in the heat of the warmest summer in over a decade. It's proving to be a wonderful breeding season for native birds and migrants alike. Scottish seabird colonies are internationally important, and species like guillemots, razorbills, and puffins can be found here in hundreds of thousands. But perhaps the most spectacular seabird of all is the gannet. And the Bass Rock in the Firth of Forth is the biggest colony in the entire world, with over 100,000 birds. Not surprisingly, gannets often turn up at the centre, sometimes with feathers contaminated with oil. Assistant Manager Johnny is tasked with the job of washing and re-waterproofing.
They tend to relax, and then once they relax, you naturally relax, and then once you relax, that's when they try again. So you're constantly tensing yourself just to try and keep them in the right position.
This lively bird will be the first to let Colin and Johnny know if he's not happy, and a series of toothbrushes are employed to distract the feisty gannet. For the centre staff, this is just another normal day's washing up.
Interesting to see that's just a dirty part of it, though. It's actually the oil.
Yeah.
Grease.
Broken it down quite a bit.
It was not as strong as we thought then.
In order to be fit for release, the gannet needs to regain its waterproofing, which has been compromised by the oil. So his feathers must be meticulously cleaned.
The gannets tend to do quite well when you wash them. You put them back and they settle down quite fast. So we're nearly done now, so hopefully it's just a quick rinse underneath and then put them back, and then it's quite satisfactory. You know, sometimes you forget how pure white they can be. It's almost like they've got a new set of feathers. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Oops, just taking me to the dry pen. I'm quite pleased with how that went. He was quite strong towards the start. As you'd expect, towards the end, he starts to get a bit tired. Had he been a juvenile in prime condition, he'd have probably just fought the whole time.
The gannet should be heading back to the wild soon. But sadly, there will be no happy ending for orphaned hedgehog Piglet. Despite April's ceaseless dedication, he didn't recover from the colic and has died.
When I went back to feed him, that's when he was just like, you could tell like he was kind of almost taking his last breaths when I found him. I was absolutely devastated. Like, I went home and broke my heart all night.
It can be heartbreaking for them at the end of the day when they don't make it. But to work at a centre like ours, you realise that they're not all going to make it.
It never gets easier. It's just like your baby that you're looking after. But this is a hospital, there's animals that come in daily that need care. So you just kind of have a bit of quiet time and then get up and get on. There's other animals coming in that are strong and alive and need your care, so you just have to get on and make sure they get the care that they need.
Summer is such an intense time of year for the staff. It's an emotional roller coaster for everyone. But there's no time to dwell on the sad moments, as there's always another orphan needing attention. A tiny baby weasel has been admitted, and it's down to head of small mammals, Nicola, to settle him in.
They do cry out quite a bit sort of when they're hungry, but when they're full, they'll just go to sleep. The older he gets, the more we can sort of reduce the milk and introduce more solids meats to him. They do develop quite quickly, so even though his eyes are closed, he is getting meat at this age. And they do need fed often with having a fast metabolism rate. Most of their diet is sort of mice and voles. They're good climbers, so they can get up to bird nests. Pretty much eat anything they can sort of get. They've even young rabbits if they feel they can take them on. It's quite sad really that he's going to eat everything that I save. Yeah, he's doing really good so far. Take that to bed.
In order to help juggle her workload, April is taking Chloe over to the paddocks to teach her how to work with the fawns.
We're just going to give the fawns their breakfast, but I've been teaching Chloe how to do them. So I'm going to just set Chloe up with the feeds and see how she gets on. You don't have blonde hair. No.
Throughout their young lives, these fragile fawns have been used to the sight of dinner being administered by blonde-haired feeders. So what will they make of this brunette?
Hi, are we coming? Here we come.
April takes Chloe through the process of feeding dozens of hungry fawns.
Oh yeah. Come on, Ned. Out the way, Ned. Ned's like, please feed me.
And the young deer seem to be adapting well to this new presence.
Me.
So there's Nettle.
Nettle. So she is all the way in here.
So they will pour out a bit when they go in.
Okay.
But
so
he'll just see
down
it, yep, down the way, and he'll just latch on. Where's the wee man?
Where's
Come
wee
on
Bart?
back.
Come on, honey.
Put your bottle down.
Is he coming? Bart, what's this?
On you go, son.
Come on.
I'll come over here. Yeah.
Her Petal got pushed out the way, but...
I know. Get a bit confused when it all starts going off.
So April lets Chloe try the feed on her own.
It's just a mixed muesli. A little bit sweeter than your usual.
It's something that you've worked for all summer, to get to these guys to this stage, to still kind of give yourself a bit of time and kind of pass the baton to someone else. It's nice. But obviously I still love them. If you just walk out and kneel down like 3/4 of the way up, she should come to you.
Petal, come on, honey. Come on. Hello, Munchkin. Hi. Come on, then. Did they push you out the way? Oh, baby.
It looks like being a brunette isn't going to be an issue. After a successful feed, Chloe can now help April look after the deer over the coming weeks.
I really don't think the hair is a problem.
And who says blondes have more fun? Back across the road, the weasel that was brought in is now in Sheila's care. She's named him Warren. And it's time to see if he's ready to make some friends of his own.
I'm going to try Warren outside with another weasel. He's not encountered anything outdoors, he's never met another weasel.
It's useful for young mammals like Warren to be in a group, as it gives an opportunity to develop social skills. It's a strange new world for Warren. And he doesn't seem keen to go exploring. Sheila has to give him a helping hand.
Hey, Penny. Who's in here?
Warren is having none of it and is desperately seeking the security of his foster mum, Sheila.
I mean, it's just all new to him, so he's a wee bit kind of taken back by it all. So it's just nice to just keep on encouraging him out and then seeing if he's going to settle or not. I think he just sees everything as quite a threat. I'm scared.
His future housemate has come to see what all the fuss is about.
And if he doesn't want a friend, then it means he's going to be out here by himself, so I think it's better to have a friend.
It seems like Warren isn't ready for company yet, and Sheila takes him back to his original home.
It'll just take time.
It's been 3 months since Petal and the rest of the gang came into the centre. They've been feeding well, and the day has arrived for release. However, catching up a group of excitable deer is not a simple exercise. They need to be corralled into a small stable where they will be caught individually. And April has a plan.
Hopefully they'll go in the stable because they've not had their spinach today. So I'll go in, lay some spinach up the back for them. Hopefully they'll be hungry enough for it. They should walk in the stable, and hopefully then I can just be quick enough to shut the door, and then that's them shut in, and then we can go in and start catching them up for release. Spinach is the secret weapon in the deer world.
This is an incredibly difficult operation, and April must act fast. She needs to get the deer inside the stable and secure the door while trying to keep them and herself calm.
I'm really nervous. you know, you've spent so much time hand rearing these animals, and I mean, you're talking like a good 5 months with Petal, and it just all kind of leads up to this day. You just don't want anything going wrong or any of them hurting themselves, you know. It is just a pretty traumatic day for them and us.
The spinach is down. Now she needs to shut the door. It's not going to plan. 3 have escaped.
It's actually probably better for more difficult they are to catch, because it actually means they're quite wild. And hopefully, if we've done our job properly, they shouldn't easily be caught. Having said that, we want to develop techniques that means they're not going to get hurt when they get caught. You know, it's this balance.
It's a real blow for April's confidence.
It's fine, because we just try again another day if we don't get them today.
That was the whole idea. We try again next week.
Yeah. Just chill out.
It's very difficult. I mean, I can't even go in there. If I go in there, it'll freak them out completely. So it has to be the girls that go in because they're used to them. It could have even been a scent from me, the sound of the van coming in. You know, they're highly tuned, nervous animals. And to have them this wild at this stage is really good. It just makes catching them harder, that's all. And we caught one, but it's not fair to just release one, so we'll let that one back out. And because it's calling in the stable, it's then distressed, which then will distress the others, which means they're even less likely to come over. So all we do is we just let them all out together now, let them settle down over the weekend, and then we'll try again next week.
Disaster. I'm never shutting them in ever again.
Orphan season is certainly the centre's busiest time, and there's a non-stop procession of young animals needing the staff's expert care. After an unsuccessful alfresco date, Sheila is taking Warren the Weasel for another meeting.
Come on, then. Yeah. Good times.
And this time, things are looking up.
She'll be able to show Warren what it's like to be a proper weasel. Not too much contact, but just enough. They're just kind of getting to know each other. This time it just seems automatic. He's quite chilled with the other girl, and it's just really nice. I think, it's just a wee bit of time. He'll get used to the sounds and the surroundings, and then he'll kind of make home there.
As the season draws on, fewer orphans are being admitted, and finally, some are even nearing release.
Thank you for letting me come. It's rare that I'm free, so yeah, good. Let's see how it goes. I very rarely get to go and release this. I'm always seeing those really sad cases and putting so many animals down. So when I do get to go and release now, it is quite amazing, and I find it just gives me quite a lot of joy.
For Colin and Romain, it's a brief 2-hour journey back to the borders with the Osprey. They're meeting Forester Tony Lightly from the Tweed Valley Osprey project.
And how's it looking?
Looking good.
Good.
Looking very good. And we've brought Romain, who treats all our animals, I'll bet.
How are you doing?
Good to
Good to
meet
meet
you.
you. Yeah.
It was Tony who first spotted the distressed osprey when it became separated from its family.
Okay.
Before the big release, Tony and his team are fitting the bird with a new satellite tag.
Can you just slip that hood off, Colin?
Yeah, sure.
And just let it get its let it get its bearings before it bites us.
Yeah, he's already had me once. It's looking good.
Yeah. Just give it a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Nice, gone round. Yeah.
Good release.
Wow.
Nice and steady.
That was quite stunning. That was such an impressive release. You could have written a script for him, and he's just followed it to a T.
Good.
Brilliant.
Great.
To know it's fitted with a tag, to know we can get information back from that, and hopefully we'll find out in 4 years' time that he's doing well. He's maybe finding a territory and maybe finding a mate, and then that will be him fully rehabilitated.
And he'll soon be joining many other ospreys on their long migration back to Africa. With the fine weather still holding up, Colin and the team are keen to get as many animals back into the wild as possible. With the Roe Deer fawns still settling down, next up is Warren the Weasel, and surrogate mum Nicola is keen to wish him well as he heads off.
This is actually my day off, so I've came in just to release Warren. So releases are the best part, so it's fine, and it's nice to see him go.
Well, this looks pretty good.
It's the first weasel I've ever hand-reared, so it's nice to be able to come in and release him.
In keeping with his time at the centre, Warren's a bit unsure about his new world.
Warren has been a bit of a wimp, so hopefully I'll man up quick.
There he goes.
Oh. He's doing good. It's nice that he's taking it all in, taking his time.
He's off.
He came in pretty small, so a lot of time and effort went into him. So yeah, this is the ultimate goal, and it was nice to see him go.
It's time for another go with the Roe Deer.
Last week, they were just a bit spooky and scared, so going to try and make it really quiet. No vans, no nothing over, just us, and we'll just go and put their spinach in and hopefully just shut them in. Yeah.
And hopefully, this time the nerves will hold.
I mean, this is probably one of the more traumatic moments, stress-wise, for us, as well as for the deer, because if it goes wrong now, we've wasted all that time. You can break a leg, you can bang their head, damage their eye. The animal could have to be put to sleep. Our animals, all they want to do is get away from us. So we have to find techniques to enable us to use that fear to work out safe ways of catching them.
A generous helping of spinach should catch the deer's attention. One by one, they come for a closer look. As they nibble away at the spinach, April spots her chance. Despite two sneaking out, this time the catch-up has been a success. The next step is to load them into their carriers for release. It's down to Colin to catch them, which is stressful enough in its own right. But as he's also a stranger, this will raise the tension, so Colin will need to work fast if he's to keep stress to a minimum.
Right, got one.
With one deer in, the team must continue to work together to get as many in the boxes as quickly as they can.
2. Okay. Last one.
It's a huge relief to get this part of the process over with. They're carefully loaded into the van for release. While it may look basic, it's the safest way to catch the deer.
Because of the way we rear them and they're so wild, it's the only thing we can do. The alternative would be to go in there with a great big net. We're going to have broken legs, we're going to have injured staff. This way is far more controlled.
So next time we'll see our baby fawns will be when they're at their new house running about with all the other deer.
And it's just a short drive from the centre for the soon-to-be wild deer.
That's us here. Fighting fit, very active, and just ready to be set free.
I think the hardest thing about release is just to letting them go. And you just hope like that everything that you've put in, you know, it's just now up to this little animal just to kind of make their own life. Oh my God. I need to get a picture of them. Oh, look at that.
The first deer are ready for release, but haven't yet clocked their door to the wild is open. The second box is placed alongside, but these shy creatures are reluctant to leave. Until finally, one takes its chance. And the others are quick to follow suit.
So nice.
Leaving just Petal, who seems the most hesitant.
Just taking it all in. Maybe just having a wee munch, getting our bearings, and then hopefully catch up.
But eventually, she too makes a break. And after months of hard work by the team, These deer are now wild and free.
To me, it just feels like I just have so much love for them, and when you see them go, you just hope that they're going to be okay, and like that, I'm always so excited and so happy, and it's just up to them, you know. You've done all you can for them.
Next time on Born to be Wild, an orphaned seal proves a puzzle for staff.
We love her, but she's a challenge.
Romain tries everything to save a nestling raven.
So that's a big hurdle done. Let's get this out of the way.
And it's a busy day for Bob.
Got the cat in the back, we need to get to Dundee. We've got another hedgehog in Methil, and we've got another bird in Anstruther, so let's get to it.